Hello YouTube and welcome to Turmoil in the Toybox. I'm your host Aaron Hauser, and today we're going to be reviewing the NECA Nightmare Before Christmas Santa Jack figure. This is a neat little figure set that I found on Amazon.com for $12.99, shipped straight from NECA. It comes with two characters, Jack, dressed up as Santa Claus, and a very unamused little child who just received a shrunken head for Christmas. Now the Santa Jack is a little over 9 inches tall and features quite a bit of articulation. Now, I'd take him off his display stand here to show you the articulation, but once you get this display stand on, it's pretty much locked in there. So, that said, he does have articulation in the knees, sort of a mid-leg articulation that rotates there, articulation in the mid-torso on sort of a ball joint, rotation in the legs up at the hips, forwards and backwards. He has articulation in the shoulders, in the mid-upper arm, in the elbows, which feels very fragile, and then in the wrists, and then he also rotates in the wrists. His head is also on a ball joint. There's a joint at the base of the neck there and at the base of the head. And then he also features a Santa hat that is removable. Plugs right in the top there on a little peg. Now the little boy figure features articulation in the ankles, in the arm, forwards, backwards, and in and out, and then the head rotates 360. There are several accessories in this set, including a base for the Jack Skellington figure. Now once you get this base attached to the figure, because how tight the foot pegs are on the stand, it probably won't come off the figure again. So once you get it locked down, it'll prevent it from taking any shelf dives, but it probably won't be able to detach again. Aside from the base, there is also included Santa's bag full of gifts and a little gift box that's been opened by the boy who received the shrunken head. Now this figure has a pretty nice paint job to it, but there are a couple portions that seem like they're slightly mismatched color-wise. And then there's also some of these points, for instance, on this hat, where I got it out of the package and it just looked like it had these sort of white scuff marks on it. It isn't on all of the figure, but it's pretty noticeable on the hat itself. Not sure if you can see it, but some of these arm portions, it seems like there's like a darker red paint on the front of the arm, and then the side is the regular red plastic. And then the upper arm seems to be sort of a lighter red. Now it's kind of like that with the rest of the body. The upper legs are a lighter red, and then these middle portions seem to be kind of a slightly darker tinge to them. Like I said, when you look at the entire figure altogether, it actually doesn't look too bad, but when you look at it up close, you can kind of notice some of those subtle differences in the coloring. Now the beard portion of this Jack Skellington figure is actually attached to the skull. It is not removable and does not have any sort of articulation to it to rock it back and forth or anything like that, so you just have to be careful to not accidentally snap that off. One of the main complaints I heard about this figure was that people were buying this for their children, thinking that it was an actual children's toy. Now, anybody that buys from NECA knows that they make adult collectibles for display use only. So, right off the bat, you know that this probably isn't the best thing to get for like an infant or like a toddler or anybody that's, you know, young and likes Nightmare Before Christmas. You'd probably want to get like a plush toy or something like that, which NECA does sell, but these figures are for display only. I cannot emphasize that enough. While this is a very cool figure and looks very child-friendly from the outside, it is very fragile and has parts that could break off and become a choking hazard. The joints are very fragile and can break incredibly easily if a little person were playing with them. Now, like I said, NECA does have some like stuffed Nightmare on I almost said Nightmare on Elm Street. They do have some plush Nightmare Before Christmas toys that would do very well for Christmas gifts or just toys for kids in general. But this is definitely something that is meant to be an adult collector's item. Now, the fragileness and the slight paint discoloration aside, this is a wonderful figure. Great for anybody that's a Tim Burton fan or a fan of Nightmare Before Christmas. But I would definitely suggest adding this to your collection. For $12.99, it's definitely affordable, and it's a very, very cool figure. I'm not sure why I don't see this advertised a lot from NECA, especially during the holiday season. It's a very cool Christmas gift idea, and will make a really nice display piece for anybody's collection. So if you have any questions about the figure or about the Nightmare Before Christmas line from NECA, just leave them in the comments below, and check out some of my other reviews. As always, thanks for watching.